fear comes from risk, right? Because you're worried that something might go wrong. And so the way to manage risk is to get more informed so that you can understand the parameters better. And the more informed you are, the lower the risk is. And therefore it allows you to think bigger and achieve more. Because you're right, the average punter is the typical kind of like, I'm going to buy a house in Reservoir or equivalent, and I'm going to pay it off. And then when I'm 40 or 50 years old, it'll be a nice little nest egg or something like that. But then once your mindset shifts, all of a sudden you are thinking, okay, hang on a second, I can have a scalable property portfolio. I can live where I want and do what I want. I can see in the near future, probably, that I'd be able to buy an entire apartment block, and all of a sudden it's like, what? Yeah. What have you, how's this even happened? Yeah, that's awesome.
7 months ago, I would not have even thought about stuff like that or thought it was possible even. So yeah, it's definitely amazing. And we are just average people. Like, we don't earn $500,000 a year, and we're just about to buy our fourth investment property. So it is definitely doable for everybody. You just have to change that mindset and lose the fear. And I think when I told my mum we bought the second one, she said something like, "Oh, just be careful, you don't want to overreach and blah blah blah," which is fair enough. We do it smart and we're doing it within our means, but at the same time, by buying all these properties, we're almost safeguarding ourselves, because if I was to lose my job, we still have that income coming in from the renters paying off our mortgage, because they're all positively geared. We've got them paying off the mortgage and some. So that and some is income to us, you know what I mean? So we are kind of safeguarding ourselves for if the worst does happen.
Yeah, 100%. And I just kind of want to jump in there too, because aside from the fact that you bought the one in Reservoir 12 years ago, you are in the last 7 months, you've bought 2 properties and you're on your 3rd property. So, and so basically, aside from the one in Reservoir, that'll make it 4 in total. But basically, that's three in less than 12 months that you guys are going for. And you guys are an average family on average kind of salaries with 2 kids, and so this is wildly possible for anyone, which is
well, I mean, essentially, you can get your foot in the door, buy the first one. We were obviously lucky because we have that equity to draw on from Reservoir, which not everyone would have, but you can definitely. There's a lot of people out there who probably don't realize that they don't have to buy $1 million property in Sydney or Melbourne or Perth. They can buy a $250,000 property outside that's going to give you a great return and also, capital growth in the long term. And then that snowballs, because the bank sees you as a good bet, because you've bought a property that is giving you positive extra income. And then you take it to them and then go, all right, cool, what can I do now? And they're like, well, you picked really well this time. We'll give you enough money
and you've got more income coming in. So
more income coming in.
So
exactly.
What does it do for your capacity?
Yeah. So I mean, we would never have guessed that we would be able to buy 3 places 7 months ago. But the bank likes us because we are choosing the right properties and we're giving them those numbers. And you can't deny the numbers. You go, well, capital growth aside, how much, one of our properties has gone up already, $50,000 since we purchased it a month ago, or 2 months ago now. Other than that, you're getting rental income that is paying off the mortgage, and they see that and they go, well, that's a good bet. You guys are a good bet. Let's give you more money.